Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Jessica Corman and I am the lead of StreamNet, which is a super exciting project about water quality here in Nebraska, where we're looking for your help. So I'm an assistant professor in the School of Natural Resources and I am a limnologist, which means I study lakes and streams. And a lot of my research is focused on the water quality of those lakes and streams, both here in Nebraska and across the world. And I'm super excited to introduce you as well to my two partners on this project, Chris and Steve. And so Chris, take it away.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Chizinkski. I'm a professor here in the School of Natural Resources. I study human dimensions of wildlife, and human dimensions of wildlife is looking at the interface between people and the environment, how people value the environment, how people want the environment to be managed, and how people affect the environment. My portion, or the part I'm working on this project, is going to be looking at how stakeholders want to interface with this StreamNet project, how they want data to be visualized, all of that kind of stuff. And with that, I'll turn it over to Steve.
Hi, I'm Dr. Steve Thomas. I'm a professor in the School of Natural Resources. I've been here for 15 years and have had an opportunity to work mostly across Nebraska as well as across the globe. My interests lie in stream and river ecology. I'm mostly interested in not just who's out there, but how they grow, how active the organisms are, and more specifically, how they influence how nutrients are transported downstream. And my role in this project is going to be monitoring the equipment, setting it up, making sure we're getting accurate data from our stations, and making sure they stay in place when we have bad weather and flood.
So why StreamNet? Well, StreamNet's a way to study water quality in lakes and streams. So we all like lakes and streams for a number of reasons, whether we enjoy swimming or fishing or boating or walking by a clear water lake. But nutrients from the landscape, whether from agricultural fertilizers or runoff from urban areas, can turn clear waters into pea soup green areas. And this can be problematic because the cyanobacteria and algae that grow from that influx of nutrients can create toxins that make that water harmful for drinking or swimming or fishing in. And unfortunately, those nutrients not only affect local lakes and streams, but they can also eventually get to coastal regions like the Gulf of Mexico, where they can create dead zones and large environmental problems. And one way we study these is to go out to the streams and look at the ecology and the biology of those areas. And it's really great, and we learn a lot, but it's very resource intensive. It takes a lot of time and manpower to go out to those streams and make those data collections. So we need more passive options. Unfortunately, that technology is becoming available. So we're partnering in this project with Green Eyes from Easton, Maryland to put nutrient sensors that are automatic to look at ammonium phosphate and nitrate concentrations from different bodies of water. And so this high frequency data collection is going to give really good information about how land use processes and different activities are impacting streams in an area. And so with funding from the Nebraska Environmental Trust and a partnership with the North Platte Natural Resource District, we are headed to Scotts Bluff, where we'll put these nutrient sensors in 3 different streams to look at a prairie-dominated stream, a row crop agricultural-dominated stream, and an urban-dominated stream to generate data about how different land uses impact nutrient flows into those streams. And of course, this is going to create a bunch of data, which is where we need your help. And so we're so excited that we are going to be able to work with you on this project, making smart streams. So much like we have smart buildings where one can go in and see information about energy use, we're going to create smart streams where any stakeholder can go into this web application and learn about the biology and ecology of the streams in their backyard.
Hi everyone, I'm Steve Thomas. I'm a professor in the School of Natural Resources working on the StreamNet project. And I'm just going to show you a real quick description of the new lab nutrient sensors that we've ordered that you guys are hopefully going to help us complete the interface for and link these to our website. So I'll start by just taking you from where the water sampled and then kind of through the instrument. So you see all this jungle of cable down here, those are the inlet lines. I've got pumps just in tap water right now and some return lines so the water doesn't flow out into nowhere. So the water gets sucked up on command. It comes into the unit, into this little flow chamber here. And this flow chamber here, what we call a sample cell, right? Water comes in the bottom, flows up out the top, and then goes into the rest of the system. But while it's doing that, it's going past the sensors associated with this YSI EXO data song. And so there are sensors in here for measuring temperature, conductivity of the water, pH, dissolved oxygen concentration, and a few other things, right? And that will be part of our data stream. Sampling on a 20-minute or 30-minute interval, we're still working that part out. Once the water exits this flow cell, it goes into a second flow cell that the new lab then samples. So this is water flows through from the bottom, out the top, and then back to the stream. When a sample's taken, in this case for the nutrient samples, it'll be hourly or maybe even 2 hours. We're still figuring that part out. Right? When that's programmed to sample, this syringe in here will pull water from the sample chamber into the system, and then it has this 8-valve rotary valve that controls the mixing of the sample with a whole bunch of different reagents that I have hanging here in these IV bags. So some are running on the nitrate channel, some are hooked to the phosphate channel, and others to the ammonia channel. So the water goes to all three from the stream, gets mixed with the reagents in proper ratios to produce a color, and then that's read by these sensors up top. Right? Then that data is relayed to the Raspberry Pi, right, that controls the system. And this Raspberry Pi will be connected to a modem, connected to the cell network with antennas, and so these will be connected to the web in real time out in Scotts Bluff. And so we've got 3 units. This is the third one. And a second unit here in parallel. You can see some of these ones are now moving, taking samples. We're testing this one right now. And eventually, if you were here at the right time, you'd see this turn pretty red when it runs the standard, because we have standard bags, that is, bags with known concentration for each nitrate, phosphate, and ammonia. So every time it takes a sample, it also runs a known concentration to test how well the machine is running. Right? And that will also be part of the data stream. So I'll let others talk about that, but when we work hopefully together again this coming fall, we'll get a lot more of those details and we'll have real data streaming in, hopefully at the beginning of the semester. Thanks.